Rock Lee's determination is unmatched, and here's why.
Those like you who are born with talent and do not have to work at it. And those like me, the ones who have to train every day of our lives.
Now I know I've been doing a lot of My Hero videos on the channel, and what can I say? I really like the show. But I have many an anime under my belt, and for this video, I'll be talking about the anime Naruto, but more specifically, the character that is Rock Lee, and how this boy earned my respect with his unbelievable determination. Now Rock Lee was definitely heavily underused in the show, and I'm talking Lizzo's level of heavy. But what I can say is he has some hype moments in early Naruto. Going back in his younger years, my buddy wasn't the best ninja. I mean, mans could barely use taijutsu, and even that was janky. While his peers, they were able to use all different sorts of genjutsu and ninjutsus, and even had some taijutsu. So you know he was getting clowned on. This really tested little Lee's determination, because those words of "you'll never become a true ninja" was messing with his head so much that the big question started to arise within him. Like, why am I doing this if I'm not getting any better than my peers? And why even be a ninja if someone with natural talent can come and show me up? These thoughts makes Rock Lee want to quit and throw in the towel. And I believe he would have, if not for Mike Guy, his father, and eyebrows alone. Guy has been down that same road that Lee's on. You see, he can only use taijutsu as well, for the most part. So who better to inspire little Lee than the master of taijutsu himself? This conversation between the two is what begins their father-son arc, and not gonna lie, had me tearing up a smidge.
Sometimes it seems like the whole thing is pointless. Like I am a loser and I will always be a loser.
Nope. You're right, all the effort is pointless. If you don't believe in yourself.
No, I didn't cry. I'm not a chump. That conversation was the catalyst for Lee's entire character. He straight up trains right after crying. And the next day, and the next.
Phone call, Mr. Plankton.
And the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the...
As Lee continues on his journey, he meets a couple of new faces. One being Neji, or more like Edgy, cause bro got a lot of anger and animosity, especially towards Rock Lee's philosophy about working hard. You see, he believes that everyone is born with a destiny they're forced to follow, and no matter how much you try and fight it, you'll fail to stray away from that path. So, every time they exchange hands, Neji catch a dub and tell Lee to wrap up his controller and go on home. But this only fuels his determination to win and prove that not only Neji is wrong, but he's a true ninja, goddammit. The other new face is Tintin. Now, she got like a collective of 20 minutes of screen time tops, and that's including Boruto. But you want to know how she uses the majority of that screen time?
This is stupid. Why do you keep on doing it to yourself? Come on. You're never gonna win against Neji because he's a genius.
Being a day one meat writer for Neji, I swear if Mans drops an album, she ain't even finna listen to it before posting on her IG story talking about greatest album of the year, misunderstood GOAT. You know what I mean. Anyways, the people around Lee in those early years of his life really helped to mold him into a person who never quits. And an added bonus, my boy Rock Lee's been getting his weight up in the gym with Guy, and that is best proven in his brawl with Sasuke. Okay, so basically Rock Lee just saw there was an Uchiha still alive in town and wanted to exchange hands real quick just to prove if he's the superior ninja. Also, I find it very hilarious how Rock Lee knew that Naruto was light work at this time and was solely focused on whooping Sasuke.
I get him first. This weirdo is mine.
Nope.
Bruh.
Like, that's so wild, bro. Minato and Kushina did not die for this much abuse on Naruto's name. Sarutobi already did enough of that. And while we're on the topic of Hokages, comment below which one was your favorite. Going back to the encounter, Lee's over here moving so fast Sasuke can't even touch him. And then Lee lays him out with a vicious leaf hurricane and got Sasuke looking like he's tired. But not only that, he's confused on what he used to put him to bed in such a manner. Was it ninjutsu? Maybe it was a genjutsu perhaps. But nonetheless, Sasuke's pride is on the line here, especially with his pink-haired simp spectating. So he activate that Sharingan just to get kicked in his chin so hard he's catching dummy airtime. Sasuke better be thanking God Naruto ain't got no camera on him, because I know for a fact it would have been framed and put on his wall that same day. They continue the fade and it's looking real one-sided as Rock Lee's still moving like he's the Flash. This is when he lays it all out, telling Sasuke that I ain't doing anything fancy, I'm just dogging you with plain taijutsu, clown. But he doesn't just stop there, because he drops this on him.
Me, here is what I believe. There are two different kinds of ninja. Those like you who are born with talent and do not have to work at it. And those like me, the ones who have to train every day of our lives.
And then sends him airborne again. If Sakura wasn't questioning her thirst for Sasuke for the first time he got sent to heaven, she is now. But before Sasuke can get sent away in a stretcher, Lee gets stopped by that turtle and his mentor, Might, because he was finna use his secret move on him. So Lee gets rocked as a punishment. And I mean, damn, Might Tyson wasn't playing around. Got his whole nose leaking. What is Konoha's laws on child abuse? We might have a case on our hands here. I wanted to show this fight because it's one of the few times where hard work wins over natural talent. And in order for Rock Lee to improve and validate his own hard work, he needs to fight talented ninjas like Sasuke and like Neji to prove that he is a true ninja with unbelievable determination. The next major piece of evidence comes when he's crashing out in the tuning exam. And of course, there was a couple fights before this. Some good, some dog water, but Lee and Garra's fade was definitely the main event. So Garra sand teleports in the ring as Rock Lee hops in ready to go to town on him. And once the bell is rang, Lee runs up and leaf hurricanes Garra. But that sand is so quick, it blocks the kick. But not only that, it's blocking every attack Rock Lee tries to get off. And the worst part is Garra is stunting on Lee, cause Lil Bro not even moving. He couldn't be more unbothered or else he'd be sleeping right now. So then Garra sand starts going on the attack, right? As Lee barely dodges those waves of sand, he does 9 full in complete succession backflips onto that statue. And that's when we get them golden words from Might that I usually say to my girl.
Alright, Lee. Take them off.
And that's when Lee takes them child abuse ankle bracelets off and drops him, stunting on Tamari, shutting her all the way up.
Come on, you really think you'll be able to get through Garra's defenses just by dropping a couple of pounds of weight?
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, flip her off too, Lee. So then, Lee closes the 50-yard gap between him and Garra in half a second, almost knocking Garra's head clean off. I know he stopped daydreaming after that one. Lee got this kid mesmerized as he's getting closer and closer to him. Until, eventually, Rock Lee's done playing with his sand mommy and hammer kicks him in his cranium. Can we get an instant replay of that, please, Lee? Right here ended Garra's curse of never getting hit. Cause after this, he gets nothing but touched no diddy. But Lee ain't done with that combo and clocks him right in his jaw, laying him out flat. And Garra's about this close to firing that sand parent until the sand starts locking in. And Garra starts looking like he belongs in the streets of Gotham. But Lee doesn't care about any of that and gave him a taste of what Sasuke had earlier. But since that sand was so damn heavy, bro had to defy the laws of gravity and kick him up more and more so that Garra could get a full taste of that primary lotus. Too bad he did it on a sand clone, or else maybe he would have caught the W. But Garra and his sand can't look completely free, so he busts out this sand bully jutsu and just started playing with him. But Rock Lee and his determination ain't nothing to play with. Every time he gets knocked down, Lee gets gets right back up. In fact, he's smiling because little did we know, Lee got a little more in the tank, or more like a lot more gates, because he starts to open them. And for those who don't know, the inner 8 gates are a jutsu that releases limiters inside the body to access incredible power. There are 8 gates, although the stronger the user becomes, the more dangerous. So then, Rock Lee opens up 4 of the 8 gates and starts looking like he's from a different anime as he speeds at him, sending Garra higher with just one kick this time, and meeting him up there before his sand could do anything about it, as Lee starts treating him like a damn hockey puck mid-air. But the strain the gates are putting on Lee's body is starting to show by his muscles literally tearing. But instead of calling it quits, nah, he opens up a 5th gate, making eye contact with Neji like, be lucky, this ain't you, my boy, as he down airs him with a hidden lotus so freaking strong it turned Gar's body into a U shape around his fist. Oh my goodness. But at last, the sand decided it's at least gonna cushion the blow from Gar landing on the ground, or else Lee would have been walking out of here with murder charges. Speaking of murder charges, Gar once won as he crushes Lee's left arm and leg and tried to finish the job while Lee was knocked out. But yeah, my guy wasn't having any of that and ended the match with just one flick, sending his sand away. But as Gar gets up and dips, the match ain't over for Lee. He's standing ready to fight unconscious. Nah, somebody call a priest, cause this boy is possessed. And you wanna know what he's possessed by? His determination. It won't never ever let him quit. It's just so freaking inspiring, man. Lee did lose this fade, but he earned everybody's respect, especially mine. After this fight, a lot more challenges came Rock Lee's way, like, you know, his severe injuries from that fight. But the thing that almost mentally destroyed him was when Tsunade told my homie that his survival rate for the surgery was slim to none, and if he didn't get the operation, he'd never be a true ninja ever again. Those words have always been familiar to Lee, but now they're not only annoying doubts, but they're scary truths. Truths that break not only Lee's but my guy's spirit. And like all good father figures, my guy tells him to get the surgery because he knows Lee rather be dead than let his determination rot and never get to live his dreams of becoming a true ninja, and once for all proving that hard work can overshadow natural talent any day. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked it, and maybe you'll enjoy this video too. Peace.